iPhone selling dudes go. That's like a 2 or 3 year ago thing, and I only mention it because I don't look up selling iPhone shit in YouTube enough to get like algorithm shit of people that would sell iPhones.
Okay.
Scammers, people that got the freaking swipe things or whatever. But there was an hour-long one that would come up for probably the entire spring season. It's literally this nice-ass day that makes me think of that.
Okay.
But the entire season, if I wasn't paying attention and I was letting my YouTube roll, this dude would come up and he'd be like, you want to know how you can make six figures a year selling iPhones or whatever? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
You ever?
Vaguely. I know.
He's got glasses or whatever. I wish I knew his name. Honestly, can you look that up? That could be something that you could greatly look up. Type in like selling iPhones guy. Literally a million freaking white dudes with
Probably
glasses
not.
are gonna come up. Disregard.
I was gonna say, you're gonna have to.
But never mind. If that would have came up, that would have been a beautiful connection. But
What about it?
this wonderful day made me think of it. And also, do you think that you could be a person? It's a fucking podcast. What else do you think made me think of it?
It was just, hey, do you know this guy?
It's not like we're not.
It makes me remember spring. It's nice out. It's fucking nice out.
Dude, it's not like we aren't recording a podcast or whatever. I'm just kidding. But do you think you could be somebody that could like rip cell phones and sell cell phones and all that? Because I couldn't even begin to like I would feel dirty selling somebody. It's not yours. You're not Sprint. You're not Verizon or whatever. And I
could. You sell other shit all the time.
It's a weird thing to get uncomfortable about, but I just they're like, where'd you get that? Like other people be like, hey man, you want a cell phone or whatever? Like, hey, man, $80. Oh, but if I brought it up to them, they'd be like, where'd you get this? Yeah, they'd be like, where did you get this? Where did you get?
Shut up about this. Do the intro.
Do the intro. All right. Welcome to the No Hot Takes podcast. To my left of me, the freaking best producer of all time. Honestly, the glue that holds all this together. All I know how to do is press record. So, Miss Booch, the queen, the best producer in the business. To my right, colleague, brother, threw the best birthday party for me on planet Earth yesterday.
Hi, I stream video games for fun.
Mr. II Grover. How do you do the Twitch plug really good? The twitch.tv II Grover.
At twitch.tv/II Grover.
I was pretty close.
Follow, subscribe, give me your money. It's fun.
How's the new stream schedule going?
It's clicking.
That's got to be the newest thing.
It's rough.
On the
only being able to stream 3-4 hours a night, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Which makes you think Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
It was every other day.
With the Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing, it makes you like. I don't know if you remember this. This is a callback all the way full circle to the first time that we tried shooting a podcast. But when you talk about if you're trying to generate an audience and monetize an audience and make money in streaming, make money in podcasting, blah blah blah, that's no secret or whatever. But it's day job, and then as soon as when on your way back from the day job, hit the gym, you know what I mean, meal prep shit. It's the same
schedule shit. I mean, that's my life. It's Monday, work 7 to 7, stream 7:30 to 11.
7 to 7. That's coal miner hours, dude.
Then go to bed, do it the next day, then I gym. Then the next day I stream, and then I gym, and then I stream.
I think
neglect Alicia in the middle.
Neglect the significant other in the process. That's literally that you have to be comfortable with that. I feel bad. You sit there and you're like, okay, I'd rather be podcasting. I'd rather be playing freaking dress up and
doing anything else with one of these.
Dude, talking into a microphone, literally starting a podcast, having you turn 24. What are you doing? Yeah, starting a podcast. A child.
At an old age when I have a real job and a mortgage to pay and house bills.
When they're over too, when they're nobody's doing them anymore. No, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you gotta try to be Joe.
The king. But where am I at, Miss Queen, Miss Booch?
I think we're at the last night.
What's the show? What is it?
What's the show? Oh no, we were talking about your stream schedule. with the Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, what about
honestly, I'd what we did last time that I like to do. Oh, we were doing the callback all the way back to the full circle thing, and honestly, that's why like when people talk about podcast douchebags, when people talk about like that podcast lifestyle and shit, I think you only get like that same douchebag cycle because like it's all the same type of people. It's all the same type of
people
like
who are full of themselves.
yeah,
They're crazy.
yeah. Like look at me, people. Like it's like. Man, yeah, I just hit the gym. Like, it feels good. Like, my joints feel better when I hit the gym. And then, like, they do something physical, and then they do the talk on mic. Like, that's, like, the male superiority now.
The
it's
dopamine
like
rush you get from the gym makes you think of ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
For
The
stupid shit.
endorphins
Like my
sitting
text
there.
the other night. I got back from the gym. I'm like, all right, these are my ideas. We got to do this shit. Let's go.
we're totally doing it right now. But I love when all of a sudden it's just, like I feel like podcasting is gonna be social media eventually. Like I feel like people do it in a, like we do this as a show. We do this as like curating an audience and combining audiences and all that blah 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 blah. But like I feel like eventually like your podcast, like families will have podcasts.
It's
like
gonna be a way to talk to your friends.
Exactly.
Let
like
them know. It's gonna be like the Christmas cards.
It's
from
gonna
like
be like Facebook.
20 years
exactly.
ago.
Yeah. It's like what are you thinking? Like hey, this is so and so or
It's the
whatever.
family newsletter.
Yeah, like your iPhone camera is about as nice as this camera, but it just probably wouldn't be able to run as long. But like I feel like we'd be super close to that. Also, this is no hot takes, but I feel like this is slightly a hot take. I feel like it's gonna in the future, in 15 to 20 years, it's gonna cost money to hang out with like the popular kids, like rich kids in high school. Like
How? Explain.
So the same way.
Delve into this one for me.
I didn't mean for this to be a delver, but honestly, this is something I've always wanted to chill out before.
Talk about it.
Because, okay, 20 to 30 years, God knows what's going to happen. Literally, people can't predict the future at all. But everything is being monetized. Us talking shit right now, it was an attempt. You know, we're attempting to monetize. You're attempting to monetize
Sponsor
your stream.
us.
Honestly, who would be a dream sponsor?
Anyone.
Any
People who are willing to pay bare minimum.
Anyone with a checkbook. Oh, what was I talking about?
The paying to be friends with people.
Oh,
I mean, that's a fraternity, so it's kind of already a thing.
You're so right. Yeah. It's already been
really
done.
is.
I mean, dude, it's always something that's been done before, and it's always something super simple. It's like it's never like, oh yeah, have you heard of this? Oh yeah, like I can't find it or whatever. They're like, oh, you mean fraternities? You mean paying for a membership? You
Paying
mean,
to have friends because you're a loser in high school.
paying for.
Country clubs, there's always that kind of stuff where you pay money.
That's a good one.
to,
That's a
like,
good
go
one.
someplace where other
Dude.
cool people are.
I'm a
So-
certified idiot. I can't shill anything out. Well, anyways, like okay.
I mean, in high school, it's a little different. I can't think of a good example of that in high school.
I just think
The football
it'll
team.
It'll
I was
get to
gonna say,
that
Playing
other than
sports.
Yeah, like sports. Yeah, you're right. Like there's only the sports. Okay, they're already doing that in the clubhouse right now. What do they? You talk in that, right? That's like a speaking environment. So it'd be like
what? Clubhouse.
you have it.
It's an app.
Oh.
It's an app. Dude, I was waiting for Booch to have like this great ass producer take. I was gonna be like, hell yeah, dude. She's gonna like clear,
It's an app.
clear the base or whatever. It's an app. I don't know what it's for, like rich people, right? That's
Don't you like get invited to it? Yeah. And
It's like a rich.
and it's basically like there's like different like rooms and there's someone who's basically like on stage, kind of like someone's like talking.
It's like a TED Talk, like a
Kind of,
membership
it's
TED Talk.
So like so there's someone who's talking and like you can be in that room and like other people can get pulled on stage to talk and different.
This
stuff
sounds like
that.
some dark web.
I
shit,
I
low-key.
only say that because I know it's
But
like
a lot of celebrities are
it's
doing
rich.
it.
Yeah,
like
it's
a big
only rich.
That's
celebrity thing right
why
now,
it
and
sounds like
it's
some-
invitational.
They have this on the dark web, except it's
everything.
something crazy.
I think it'll get as bad as middle school because you already do that shit basically. Like nobody rich is having a bad time unless they're super off-putting. You know what I mean? Like any of the people from middle school or high school that you didn't kick it with that weren't rich, they were goofballs. Not mentioning any names, but just saying like there's an off-putting rich and then there's a come over and enjoy my amenities rich. You know what I mean?
There's the no hot takes, Rich.
There's the
the origination of no hot takes, Rich.
Dude, no hot take. And what I love about, honestly, we talk about premises. Like I talk about the premise of my podcast. You talk about the premise of your Scream. The premise of no hot takes being there will be no hot takes. There will be no one-liners.
Or there will be only hot takes.
Do you
or
think
only
so?
one-liners.
Who's bringing the most fucking hot takes? I
don't know. I drop a lot of hot takes. I feel I drop a lot of hateful comments.
Your friend, his name escapes me, but he made it was you had a lot of hot takes on your streams. But your homie that made the highlight clip about you.
Oh, yeah. What about him?
And that the last like 3 minutes of it is just you breaking shit, right?
Roll the clip.
I wish we could. I wish Miss Booch could. But
yeah.
do you think that that's over with? Like, do you think you can leave your anger in now in content wise? Like, or do you think that like that'll always live on, right?
People love watching someone just lose their absolute fucking
modern day breaking the guitar.
That's me all the time now. Whenever I play Call of Duty, I get angry all the time.
You don't smash controllers anymore.
Try not to. It's been a while. I go $60. Every time.
It's been Warzone, right? It's been all Warzone streams
for the most part.
No single player. Weren't you trying single player or something?
Maybe eventually, but it's dead. No one wants to watch that.
It's
not us in high school where you lay in bed and watch someone play Minecraft for 42 hours.
I was gonna say I wrote in the notes for this Let's Plays, and I miss Let's Plays, and I don't think that'll ever happen ever again.
The kids are eaten by PewDiePie. You can't do that anymore. Someone's doing it.
Dude, I watch kids. Do you, Miss Booch? Do you recall the name of the person? I don't know if it was you that brought him up or if it was somebody else, but the kid that did the Minecraft music the other day.
Are you talking about the specific song that we listened to? Talking about the Minecraft music that we joked about previously.
The Minecraft kid that was laying down bars, obviously that's been
like
done
the sound
before.
effects from the game.
No, he's rapping, but there's a new one. There's a new kid on the bar. No, or is it Fortnite?
There's a Fortnite one.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes, I know.
I would honestly, if you could play that right now.
Let's go.
If that's he probably makes money off that. I don't want to get.
It's the TikTok song, right?
I think so. Yeah,
I know what you're talking
I
about.
would absolutely.
Hey, Halo Chief, Master Chief.
I would absolutely.
Roadkill Rampage. That died. Us doing that.
Yeah, we can give it another shot.
Still got them all recorded, but oh my god, that ended because the last thing we did was the car accident.
What?
The death. When you got the phone call.
Oh my god! Yes. Yeah. That honestly.
When our friend died.
That's a sign. That's a sign that it's like. Yeah, maybe we should pick this up at a later date.
We literally killed recording the whole thing.
I could play video games again. Mr. Writer Man could play video games with you, as I call them video games.
Do they
call them video games anymore? I play one game. It's Halo 3 multiplayer, and I'll play that till I die. Literally,
it's so good.
And it's the modern day person that's super good at Pac-Man. Not that they have arcades anymore, but what are they, jukebox heroes or whatever? I don't know. There's got to be people in the arcade that's not it. That makes me sad. Disregard. But I'm yes.
It's that song, but I don't know if that's the same kid.
That's someone mocking him.
Yeah. It's all right.
Disregard. Anyways, Mr. Grover, you have the code name Kids Next Door working for you on your stream.
Yeah, I got all the homies. I got the squad.
Can you rattle off your team for me? I've always wanted to expand on your team because I get short glimpses of them on your stream. But
so the team,
the code name Kids Next Door.
I got the kids I play with, who are not part of the team. And then I got this
inappropriate relationships.
I got this squad of hooligans that moderate my chat. You got Jagger, the man from Arizona.
That's Mr. He made the tape.
No, that's Gordo.
No. Okay.
We got Gordo, who's like a 15-year-old kid who just hangs out.
So he's just a hang.
Kayla,
Peter Pan style.
The stream queen. She's
the stream queen, Miss Kayla.
She comes in and she's the actual mod.
The stream queen
hooligans.
and it's sorry. The stream queen and the podcast queen on the same par.
And
cut you off. Sorry.
That's about it. I mean, those 3.
Now,
4.
are you comfortable that you were comfortable telling it the first time, but I'll ask you again. You comfortable telling the story of how you stole them away, how you built your team?
No, we won't talk about
It's,
that.
you
Not yet.
it's
Not big enough.
It's untouchable. It's uncharted territory.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they took them from another person's chat, kind of.
Oh,
I mean, they still hang
okay.
out there. But there was an event, a fallout that happened.
Now they've done reality style, I don't want to say Jersey Store style, and I don't want to say Clout House style because obviously that's been done. But you guys don't start fights and you record that shit and
No.
blow it up on Twitter. and all
No.
You tell me you run a stream and it's completely drama free the whole time.
No, I mean, of course there's drama. Of course.
But you didn't get stream sniped or anything by a close brother or
That
something.
happens.
But,
okay, it happens.
But what's funny about that to me is that's trial by death in
you
modern
don't steal
era.
money from Grover.
It's over a couple bucks, bro. Over a couple bucks. That's
It's a couple.
That's ratting you out to the police.
It was a $5 hot and ready that he took out of our pocket.
Dude, that's food out of your mouth. That's a strat. But something I love the idea of something like stream sniping, causing an issue like that. One of my dreams, if this doesn't work out, to make a burner account for something that I like for either MMA or college basketball.
Some KD shit.
Yeah, podcasting or whatever. Dude, just become a serpent. Just become a complete demon and leave nasty comments and get good at making memes in a way because that's something I feel like we're old enough that we did Photoshop in high school, barely though.
Bare minimum Photoshop.
And now I feel like people know how to do that on their phones now. I don't post to Instagram.
We need to. We need to post to everything.
When you're ugly, it's literally the tree in the shadow. You're not gonna get good at filtering and doing Instagram shit and all that. That is a completely foreign concept to me. Making shit good, dude.
Booch's weapon.
Funny thing about that,
Booch's weapon.
It's basically a white version of this. Fucking idiot, certified idiot. But it's basically a white version of this. And she comes at me yesterday she fake swings it, and she's like, "Dude, this thing is like a weapon." And I was like, if somebody attacks you, please don't try using this as a weapon. I feel like you get smoked, you know what I mean? And then she's like, no, you could swing it or whatever. And I go, try and swing that at me right now. It's you'd have to.
It would hurt. You getting hit in the back of the head with that?
Yeah, that would have to be the best swing of all time. If you couldn't land with a purse, you couldn't land with this. No input.
Well,
It's like hitting someone with a 5-pound weight.
I was gonna say, if you can connect with them, yeah.
That takes so long. That takes so long.
You were saying about trying to swing it all the way around, and then you're like this, and they can come at you, and you don't have any defenses and stuff. I get where you're coming from with that, but if I were to club someone with that, it would be a good weapon. Yes, it would.
I agree. It would hurt.
You could kill someone. You could beat someone's head in with that.
I think
Let's be honest.
You would get the most. Still again, fool me once. I think you'd get the most out of it, monkey style, slamming the stone wall.
This way.
Why would you do this?
Because it's like a rock. Yeah, you get more. That's quicker. That's a punch down. When this is a swing, I guess there's more.
It's less surface area. It's pointier. It's gonna indent their head more and kill them.
You want to talk about podcast conversation, bro?
We got some stupid. Hey, we did the monkey bit last time.
Which monkey bit?
I want to own a zoo.
Can you? Are you done with the zoo bit? I was gonna put.
You want me to do the zoo bit again
love
because
to
we lost it in the best recording we've ever had.
I did lose in the best recording we ever had, but I think that this is probably the best recording that we ever had. But I'd probably rather I have a question. Would your significant other approve of the zoo before you go into what the zoo is? That's what I never got you last time.
I think if I have enough money to buy a zoo, I don't think she has a choice if she gets a zoo.
That's so
or
much
not.
disposable income.
If you had enough disposable income to buy a zoo, I think she'd be okay.
I think she'd be okay with this zoo.
So
here's the thing. I want to do a poll. Why don't you go to the zoo often? What about the zoo?
Frequently?
Yeah, because the zoo's cheap. It's like $10 and you get to go see awesome animals do cool all day.
Maybe it's
Is it just the
It's probably
drive?
geographical for us.
So,
where
like,
we're
if we
at,
had a
it's the north to
zoo-
south.
Like a pretty good zoo, like in Flint.
Mhm.
Well, Flint is a zoo.
Mhm.
But if you had a pretty good, you would go, like 3 times a year.
Yeah, well, the problem is it's only nice for 107 days of the year where
That
we
is the
live.
problem here.
So it'd have to be like there'd be a lot of upkeep on what you would have, and then stylistically the type of animals that you want are particularly different than what I think you could normally run.
No,
in a-
I mean
in a
if I
typical zoo.
if I buy a zoo, I'm getting everything. But we're gonna have a primate wing.
Primates in Michigan, there's no way. There's no way.
Well, maybe I don't do this here. Go to somewhere where there's a shitload of land. Go to Montana. Go to.
I don't think they have land.
Go
for
to
people like us.
Wyoming.
I don't think we can buy land anymore. Like I don't. I think
It's
rich
reserved.
people own all the land.
No,
yeah, it's
we
like
could
reserved.
get land.
But yeah, yeah.
I mean-
yeah. As long as we were like away from people. Yeah.
But
like,
no, I think what you do is you buy an old zoo.
Yeah, 'cause
We
that's
bought a
the
zoo.
thing.
We
That's
bought
the
a zoo.
problem, is if you just go buy land, then you have to build an entire zoo and
That
buy all
would-
the
that
animals.
would
So
get
you
expensive.
say buy a zoo as in the infrastructure, not the animals.
Both.
You're not saying
both.
And you said an
If
old
you're
zoo.
buying the infrastructure of a zoo, there's probably animals there.
Yeah,
Probably
like the
selling
zoo
all of it.
zoo I saw for sale was 3 million, 90 animals. Here they didn't specify like how many of each species, but there was 90 animals.
What are the zoo tycoon numbers on that? 90 animals, dude.
It's not a lot of animals. Yeah, you think there's 5 chimps, you got 6 koalas, 2 polar bears,
That's amazing.
1 elephant. Like that's 10. That's over 10 right there. That's
That's a crew of 12 people. You're like the lizard guys. I get
what you do though. You get free work from people from school that need. They come, they run. 'Cause that's I would have done that in a heartbeat.
Exactly.
You
Yeah,
know,
people.
till COVID
And I
happened.
feel like it's not to the point. Like people understand it now. They're like, yeah, I'm not gonna make any money in my internship now. Like it's not
It's
a
a
slap
thing,
in the face
yeah.
anymore. The bad people have done it long enough that you could just be upfront and say, hey, you're gonna be working from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. No, 7 p.m.
More,
Get in there
more.
and you shovel that stall, bro.
All right, the origin of the zoo story. We'll just run it back.
Sure.
Sitting at work, I work at a weed packaging place. We'll get into that later. I think the fumes were getting to me. I got a couple texts about, hey, if you want a job working, doing heinous shit to animals, I can get you one. I said, no, but I would really like to own animals one day. And then I got into this huge headspace. Yeah, they did like a bunch of nasty testing on animals in Kalamazoo, and I got a job offer there. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to protect the animals. So then that got me into I want to protect the animals. What are the odds that I could own a zoo?
Sorry, remember where you're at. Remember where we're at. Sorry to cut you off, but remember back in the day. I feel like that's like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles plot. Like they used to save the animals back in the day. You know what I mean? And now, like cartoons, they don't have anything like that. Like there used to be kids shows where you would save the animals, and they don't talk about. Think about the last 20 years.
You don't watch. I think
I was
it's.
gonna say, you probably just haven't watched kids' cartoons in a while. I'm sure.
You
they
think
still
the Paw?
talk
Oh yeah,
about
Paw
that.
Patrol. They're saving animals every day. I'm sorry. continue.
Probably.
Ignorant podcast interruption. Excuse me. Sorry. Go ahead.
But then I'm like, I want to buy a zoo. Let's figure this out in my head. How do I buy a zoo? And they're like, wait, people don't really go to the zoo. How can I make money on this? And then I'm like, well, Disneyland, they got the African safari. I'm like, they got rides there. Maybe rides at a zoo would be kind of sick.
Rides, dude.
You're on the top thrill dragster, and down below you, there's 42 elephants. Like, imagine how sick that would be.
So now we're talking rides.
We're talking theme park with elephants and
I'm very down with the theme park on here.
monkeys, tamarins running around. You're sitting on the park bench eating your hot dog, and a monkey comes up and steals it.
I have old dead Irish farmer land that we might be able to build this on, along
How
with
much?
my idea of the weed
Cider mills?
How much land is this actually?
So
That's a
I
lot of land
think
to-
it's about 2 football fields worth. So it will.
So
have-
we're talking carnival style.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Okay.
a block, and it's gonna be infamous. And you know how when the spooky ass secret ghost in here.
Always gets you.
I see
Ghost in the freezer, bro.
I see you. You know how when you go to like a dairy farm or like you go to a cider mill and they have a black and white scary picture and it's like 1901 and you're like, how the hell were there ever people like this old or whatever? That's gonna be us with the picture on the dirt road with the zoo
cider
and
mill.
the weed cider mill.
Could the monkeys labor the weed?
I think they'll be smart enough by then. I think
They're already using
as
tools.
long as it's consensual labor. Because like they're gonna be.
We're saving endangered monkeys that are getting tested on.
We'll
I
be
think they'll pick our weed for us.
Yeah, so if they keep saving them, and then by the point that we're probably like gonna have the riches and the land to do this, the government will be like, all right, monkeys.
Get to work.
Yeah, get to work. Time to start doing stuff, and their palms up. They're dude, they're confused. But come on down, like
Come on down to Zach and Garrett's Weed Emporium.
They got, you know how people were like, learn to code? They go, learn to code to the monkeys. Like, they are not.
Monkey pulling his glasses down, typing away.
A monkey doesn't want to code. A monkey wants to pick marijuana leaves and
bugs off of their other monkey
and
friends.
Wash the elephants. And yeah. They want to do
zoo labor.
They want to get their hands dirty and do zoo labor.
They're a manimal of work.
Exactly. That makes us more holistic, way better people than the mean
saving
people
the monkeys
that were spitting on the white collar monkey workers.
This got out of hand quickly.
Yes, I like. But do you think that you could buy from a zoo around here? Do you think you'd have to search elsewhere?
They probably want to go elsewhere.
And how committed are you to the primate level, or are you still committed to, at one time you said it was the Midwestern Zoo level? Because I feel like suburban people, the more, what do you get? You get deer. Like, deer are a nuisance. Yeah,
so
you hit them with your car
here
twice a year.
would be cool? Is that what you're saying? Like, any other animals would be cool?
Not necessarily. Yeah, I guess any other animals would be good. Like, that'd be instant. But do you think, like, if you didn't want the smoke of getting primates and reptiles,
I want primates.
You want okay, never mind. Disregard the question.
I want cool shit. I
don't
want
a Midwestern Zoo. You don't want Yotes.
No, I don't want to. No,
I love Yotes, dude.
You can see a deer anywhere. You can go see.
Yeah. So I was saying, like, not the deer.
A bear's pretty cool, but like.
Do we have the scary bears in Michigan?
The black bears in Michigan.
Yeah, those are the nice ones, right?
Yeah.
I mean, no
bear is a nice bear. But
they're not. They're not crazy.
Have you seen the Russians that tame bears? And
Yeah, I'm not sure the bear's having a good time doing that either.
He might, bro. He's living his life. He's getting 40 pounds of meat a day. He's got a home. He doesn't have to sleep in the cold.
Like, this kicks ass. He goes, if I. Yeah.
Khabib kicks his ass every Thursday.
Same thing with the monkey things. Like, people would be, dude. First day, people would be crying wolf on the monkey labor. Same thing probably happened with the grizzly bears, and the grizzly bears like, dude, don't worry about it. Like,
we are living good over here.
Have you ever seen the meme of the dog where the dog's in the car with they drew on the window and they're like, I'm not trapped. I have the AC on and I'm enjoying my favorite.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's that, but it's the monkeys at work.
And this is great. So I roasted you yesterday at my birthday party. Thank you for throwing the nicest birthday party ever. You guys are super sweet, super thoughtful, and I said nobody has ever done anything that nice to me before, but you did something equally as nice to me the year before. So that was super nice.
I wouldn't have been mad. That was probably bigger and better than what I did. There was, more people. They had a happy birthday banner. I didn't have that.
Yeah, but you had Jet's Pizza.
Yeah,
we had Hungry Howie's.
That was a hot bitch night. I haven't had a hot bitch night.
You puked in the sink that night.
Did I puke? Not yesterday.
No.
Oh, we're talking about the
last
other
year.
night. Yeah, that was a hot bitch night too. Yeah. I tend to have
your birthday's a scene.
Yeah,
usually.
hot girl birthdays when the extra cast comes in and all that.
20-year-old Zach.
Rude. Hey, I needed a nap.
Throw these clips in the end.
Where was I going before that? Sorry.
It was your birthday.
You said you roasted him. You were like,
yeah.
I roasted you at my birthday.
Oh, I roasted you. Freaking back to reality. I roasted you. That you work for the Willy Wonka of weed, technically. And are you safe to talk about your promotion or whatever? Because
I mean, it hasn't happened yet. It's happening.
So you got a promotion, and your promotion, you going from basically Buffalo Soldier rolling joints all day now to
Running big bomb machine that
Dude,
extracts THC.
World War II. It looks. Do you have a picture of something like that? Is that Alyssa? Alyssa's got that.
Look up
Miss Booth
THC extractor.
Yeah,
Machine.
and see if it's something correlate or looks like it or whatever. But
It looks like. Have you ever done like a tour of a brewery?
yes,
You know those big.
That's
tin,
what I imagine.
Not tin machines.
World
but
War
it's like
II
that.
looking.
Yeah. And it's a room probably as big as this apartment that's full of just levers and knobs and a propane tank the size of that door.
So you have to crank levers and you have to like time and all that.
Yeah.
Like this is an ode to
That.
our car company founders.
Basically like that,
Wow,
except a lot bigger. It's
that
the
is Willy Wonka.
it's
That's
third largest in the nation.
We'll throw that. That'll throw up
Yeah.
or whatever. But like that's the third largest in the nation.
Yeah,
That's
the one we're
awesome.
running. The other two are in California.
Dude.
There's
That is Willy Wonka.
Dump weed into it, and then
You
it's-
take
what's it-
frozen weed. You get these. We call them socks. They're this tall, and you stuff them full of weed, and then you shove them in these little pipes, and then propane pulls all of the THC out of it. It goes to the
Is
bottom.
it loud? Is it like
Oh.
8 Mile but with weed? Like up,
No, because that's
down.
cars. That's different.
it's
It's a lot different than that. But
That's cars.
good
That's
gas.
cars.
Good gas. Sorry.
and then it flows through, and it goes to this other thing, and then solidifies into like this.
Audio malfunction, a little bit darker in the room, and what was it? We were talking about how the weed extractor worked
Yeah,
or
where
whatever.
you
Yeah.
pulling of the levers,
So are you
making gup.
you're like the Polar Express guys on the train, right?
That's
It's like-
that's a deep memory that I didn't
It's like
really want.
Shoveling stuff in.
Yeah,
that I really
The
that
levers and the pressure
yeah, I
and
didn't really want to remember that.
it's like
Zach.
a-
Now I do.
It's like a boiler room.
Yeah,
right?
kinda.
A little bit.
Yeah,
Now, is it like, is there a bunch of people around you, or is it just you?
there's like 5 of us that are gonna be running the thing. Yeah.
Is it? I picture it big and scary, like the furnace in Home Alone. Like I picture it
Large.
roaring.
Yeah, it's
roar-
well, the machine doesn't actually make sound. It's the generator that has to run it
Are you in danger?
all the time. All the time. It's a bomb.
In the safest way possible. No disrespect to the employment or whatever. But
No, it's not. That's their fault. I'm in danger.
You
They're
think so? You think so?
they have guns
Di-
in a room
Oh,
with a
yeah,
bomb.
yeah. Well, hey, I mean, that becomes like a liberty thing at that point. Like that runs deeper than the law. You know what I mean?
It's not-
That-
I mean that's on them. I
that
just don't
ex-
want to end up
that-
on the news.
That's but I don't think. I mean, you might end up on the news alive because they had guns. You know what I mean? Not
I don't think
you don't know.
that. No, I
You
I
think
if
it's gonna just
if
cause
I end up
flat
on
out
the
issues?
news, it's gonna be because they blew me up
It's
and I'm
because
haunting their families.
They were shooting something or whatever. What's the dude's name that we started out the podcast with? The artist on the song.
Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol. That's a beautiful fucking name. Sorry.
I can't believe you didn't know who that was.
Oh, like I'm an uncultured.
You are.
I mean,
He's the Campbell soup can guy.
Yeah.
Where'd you learn that from?
One
Just-
art therapy class that I had to take in college.
I never took an art
Also,
class in
yeah,
college. So I know
um,
that just strictly from I don't know high school.
My name's Rick, and this is my pawn shop. That guy. He has a Andy Warhol.
Ooh.
Watching that with my
See, that's where
parents
you
at dinner
learn-
time.
That's where you learn dude stuff. That's where you learn dad stuff. That's when you get interested in.
He goes, "Oh
in
yeah, I
history
got a
and all
super
that."
big like war collection in my hallway closet."
Of, like how parents do, but our parents don't hit the. I mean, they hit a lot of stereotypes, but I feel like parent stereotypes are mainstream now because of memes and Twitter and all that. And I think like they get some razzlings.
They
Like
get-
I
they
appreciate
get-
the parent
yeah,
roastings
they
because
get
they deserve it,
roasted.
and it's funny that they don't know about it either.
They're hard boiled roasted.
But
roasted.
like Facebook is too much of an easy target, but like Facebook I notice from working with older people and all that, it's crack cocaine for like people in that age
What, daytime
generation.
television?
No, Facebook. Like
Oh, yeah.
Everything's going on there. Like there's advertisements too that pertain to them. Like they get
their medicine,
yeah,
QVC.
medicine. You get Facebook. You get medicine on Facebook now.
I mean, yeah.
Probably not
Like
like
dick
they're probably not
pills.
getting their lisinopril off Facebook.
Lisinopril?
I'm guessing they probably
They get their Dr. Oz medicine, that
I was gonna say
Fugazi
there's
bull.
supplements. They're the people that keep the like fake supplement brands alive because they go, oh, I could use that.
Housewives that stay at home.
It's gonna make my skin brighter.
And you
they
go,
fucking
Nona,
buy
what's
it.
Clearfon or whatever? It's like
It's secretly killing her, but it's
baking soda and
and
heroin.
it's sugar. It's just a sugar pill.
I guess what's left on our list? We got to be getting short on it. It's getting dark. It's getting the sun's going down.
Sun is down. Started bright out.
What's up?
Zach was talking about how it's summertime. No, not nothing.
Yeah. Then I got roasted for my cheeriness in the beginning. Probably about what's left is my podcast. I guess I could
Talk about yourself. Tell us about yourself, Zach. Like,
tell us about myself. No,
delve into that.
I can at least plug my podcast, the I Suck at Writing podcast. I actually shot it yesterday. Most of it yesterday. It went really well, and honestly, the premise of it and like with it finally clicking and what it like manifesting itself to be is just creating an environment where people could shit all over my writing. Like that's
a good start.
That's the main goal. I don't see a whole lot of writing podcasts, and I don't see an avenue to.
You know what you do see? A lot of white dudes talking on a couch with microphones.
Yes, yeah,
So-
that. You have the beard aspect, and you had the sports fetish aspect with the Fab Five.
At least we're not
sweatshirt.
talking about gambling.
So I think, hey, that's weird. There's some local people that are they're allowed to do
They're
that.
sitting in front of their camera,
Just as
their
much
cell
as we
phone.
suck, right. They're equal opportunity to suck, equal opportunity to be self-important.
Affirmative action.
Affirmative action of being self-important. What was I talking about
Your podcast.
before that? My podcast, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, so there's no avenue around you. So you say there's a lot of white dudes with microphones on the couch, which you're absolutely correct about that. But there isn't a whole lot of white dudes typing away at a
Manuscript.
At a script, manuscript, a screenplay, a pilot. I recently. Over the last year, it's hard to say recently when it takes a year and a half to do something. But I finished a pilot that I like took the time on, and like I've written very few scripts in my life. So this one was kind of number 10 or number 11. You know what I mean? Where it's kind of starting to strike a little bit better, like like where you're good and where you're bad and all that. Blah 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 blah. So wrote for those of you that like have realistic expectations in life and don't chase wild dreams and don't make people listen
Not
to
the
you
show
and,
for you.
and cry for help and all that. Well, you probably don't know what a pilot is, and a pilot is the first episode of a series that introduces the characters and introduces the plot, and then people decide, a network will decide if they're going to pick it up and, for more shows or whatever. So there's no way that I had the attention span to write a novel, attempted novels before.
Funny take. Do you know why they say don't break a leg?
I know this. That's a theater geek freaking fact, and I'm bombing right now. No, go ahead.
So
I don't know.
You get on the cast.
I didn't know that. I don't think that's real.
It. That's why. That's why they say break a leg. So you get the cast.
That's cute.
It's the same thing with a pilot
Harry
because
Potter-
it takes off. The
Harry Potter
series.
people are really. Wait, which one?
Pilot. Because it's taking off the series.
Oh, I get it. Yeah,
That's what made me think of that.
It's enough, like, I put enough love into it to where you pay money to put it into a contest or whatever, and I actually got really good notes back from somebody who's a production assistant. So, like, it was time to make a podcast around my writing, because somebody that's good at writing wouldn't make a podcast called I Suck at Writing. So that's kind of scamming people into exposure of my script, because the premise is with the pilot that I just spoke of, which it'll be I know there's a lot of spooky noises coming out here.
Right now.
Literally, the weather goes up 15 degrees and activity just
Everyone's running around.
The energy is insane.
Having a ball today. There are lots of people outside.
I think Midwestern people are barbecuing today.
Yeah, I'm about to.
There's
Pop the
probably
grill
plenty of
out.
people that are having bonfires tonight, dude. People are
We got the
loving
burn
this.
permit. Come on over.
On a Sunday?
No.
That was a loose. That was empty. That was floated. Is that? I just had PTSD. This is still going, right?
Yeah, that's talking about the Xbox.
No. But anyways, so the premise of the podcast being actually this wasn't going to be the premise of the podcast, but over the last couple of weeks it came to this direction, which I like a lot more, where I'm going to go over a couple pages of my pilot that I just spoke about weekly. And the community is like, I'm going to go over each line word for word, explain what I was thinking there, why I would write that, what I liked about that, what I could have done better or whatever. And then the community is going to give their 2 cents as well. And their 2 cents is going to be gone over each week and all that. So kind of scamming people into reading my own work, kind of scamming people into giving me free advice.
So are you like the writer who's like, the curtains were blue because the people were depressed, and it's something you have to analyze 5 years down the road?
I've been writing for 5 years, and I probably was for 4 years, but
and now you're off your bullshit and making real shit.
It's a little bit better. It's like I used to love like the side of the page is the action. Like if anybody's ever seen a screenplay like in pop culture or on TV or whatever, it's like you were saying, the curtains are blue, and like interior the curtains were blue, and he walks in or whatever and all that. I used to fill that up with big blocks or whatever, which I would love to write a novel if I had a million years to sit around and mess around and all that. But a screenplay is so much quicker, so much faster, which is why the left side of the page, the action, is so much smaller and all that. So I used to fill it up and put a bunch of garbage in there.
Anymore.
Not anymore. But blah 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 blah. So that's my podcast. You can check it out on YouTube, the I Suck at Writing podcast. Don't know if I'm gonna make it a podcast. Don't know if I'm gonna make it a series. But
where you're uploading it at?
It's YouTube. It's YouTube.
YouTube.com/what?
I Suck at Writing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta learn that plug.
It's
You'll get there.
You've been practicing plugs for what, 3 years now?
Fuck yeah, doesn't work.
You since you're the plug king, go ahead and plug yourself, and I guess I can give my eulogy.
Twitch.tv/II Grover. Use your Twitch Primes; they're free.
Is that a monthly thing? Is that
yeah,
a time
if you got
thing?
Amazon Prime, link your Twitch and Amazon account.
Time sensitive.
Yeah.
Great plug.
That's all I got.
I got my plugs on there. You can follow me on Twitter at Zach Moon with 3 O's. Best place for the promotion of the No Hot Takes podcast, and for the promotion of the I Suck at Writing podcast. I think that covers it. I Suck at Writing on YouTube.
And No Hot Takes on Twitter. End it.